There, Derek Rydall here, founder of the Law of Emergence and author of the best-selling books Emergence and the Abundance Project. And I'm talking today about this important principle, I think, right now, which is that Mother Nature has just sent us all to our room. Okay? We've all been grounded, so to speak. And there's a really important opportunity here. If you ever got sent to your room as a child, it wasn't because mom hated you. It wasn't because you were a terrible kid necessarily. It was because you were acting out. It was because you were endangering yourself or breaking something. You'd gotten out of control. You didn't understand or weren't following the rules. And you were threatening the stability of mother and of the family. And you also needed some time to chill out, to calm down, to self-reflect, right? And if you remember those times, you started off, I hate you, and cursing the terrible, how could she do this? I didn't do anything wrong. This isn't fair, right? We started off that way, and we threw our tantrums, and we freaked out, and we panicked because we were going to miss some play dates or going to the movies, and suddenly we were grounded and all the things were canceled, and we were really depressed. We were really bummed, right? It's not just me, right? I wasn't the only one. But then what happened? We calmed down, we looked around, we found that book that we'd been looking at but hadn't thought about or had time to read, and we started reading. We got creative and we built a fort. And then we got on our walkie-talkie and we called our friend. And at first we commiserated about how mean and bad our parents were and how terrible the situation was. But then we began to be playful and go on adventures and talk about possibilities and dream about what we would do when we finally got to go back in the world again. And then we pulled out our notebooks or scrapbooks, and we began to create. We began to paint. We began to write stories. We began to make music, make art. And then I don't know if you ever had this experience, but many times I had the experience where at a certain point in being grounded in my room, I was having so much fun. I was feeling so much connected and creative that when actually it was time to leave my room, I didn't want to go. I was like, I'm good. I want to finish this book, or I'm going to finish this painting. And some of my most creative ideas and some of my biggest dreams were born in those times of being sent to my room, of being quarantined in my room, of being grounded. And this is important not just for this particular situation, but we're going to have more of these. And whenever you're listening to this, life puts us on our back sometimes. It sends us to our room because of a physical challenge, or we've been laid off from a job, or we've broken up with a relationship. And now we have a chance now to really practice a deeper level of connection. And there's something going on also that, just on a practical level, Mother Earth, Mother Nature needs a break. And the levels of CO2 and the levels of toxic, pollution that are going to be reduced potentially during this time. The planes not flying, the cars not driving, some of the factories maybe not pumping out as much. All of that there's a whole moment that's taking place where Mother Earth is getting a breath, and maybe, just maybe, some renewal. And she's telling us all, we all need to take a breath. We all need to have a little less distraction and a little more connection. We all need to take a little more time to self-reflect on what really matters, instead of just being consumers and just distracting ourselves with entertainment. And so there's also something else that's going on, which is that I believe that this virus at this time, and I believe any challenge or any crisis that's going on in our life, physical or whatever, it really is a gift. That life is never against us, that all of life is always conspiring for us. It doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. But our ability to receive the gift has everything to do with the story we tell about it, right? You know, our greatest crises, if we look back, many of them are where we discovered our greatest potential. It's in our valleys that we've often developed our mindset for the mountaintop, right? It's when we've been broke that we've often developed the desire to know real abundance, and we've developed ideas and inspirations to create it. And I believe that this that is happening right now is a breakdown that really is setting us up for an evolutionary breakthrough. That Mother Nature, our great mother, and the great Father Sky, and all of that, the Spirit, it knows better than we do, right? It knows better than we do what we really need to continue to grow and evolve as humanity, as society, and as a global community. And so I really invite you to take some time while you are in your room to really contemplate what is trying to emerge on the planet right now. If you're in an industry that's suffering, ask what is trying to emerge in this industry. Maybe you'll become one of the innovators. If you are in the medical industry or government, what is the new idea, the new system, the new sense of connection that's trying to emerge here? And just for yourself, what is the evolutionary message here? There's an urgency of emergency, an urgency of emergence. And if we don't answer it, and when we don't answer it, that urgency of emergence becomes an emergency. But when we listen to the call and we don't let it keep going to voicemail until it's mailbox full, then that emergency turns into an emerge and see. We are emerging and having a possibility of seeing in a new way, seeing a new world order, that we're not merely here to save the world and save ourselves, but we are now getting the space to serve what's emerging. There are so many layers to what's going on, so much wisdom and insight and healing and innovation that is available to us right now if we take a breath and take advantage of this space where we have been living in a high-tech, low-touch society where we have globalized so much, both in terms of our industry, in terms of our technology, that we've lost the local connections, the local connection to ourselves, the local connection to our family, the local connection to our community. And we're seeing that now, that in this mad rush to expand, and globalize and technology, that we're really seeing where we are vulnerable. That when you expand your circle of concern and potential impact beyond what you've embodied spiritually, psychologically, and emotionally, that greater connection actually makes you more vulnerable. Like if our electric grid went down right now, we'd be in the dark ages. We're seeing now that we are so interconnected and so interdependent, but at these higher levels, but not at the lower levels. That when these bigger connections are breaking down, we're seeing that the dominoes are falling. So while you're in your room, begin to ask, what are the more local connections that I have to begin to create? With my spirit, with my inner wisdom and guidance, with the planet. Maybe I need to plant a garden, right? Maybe I need to be more resourceful. Maybe I need to build greater relationship with my family, with my friends. So we're really in a time right now of reevaluating. We've grown too big for our britches, and Mother Nature has sent us to our room. And if we're willing to take this time and ask really high quality questions, what is the greater world trying to emerge? What are the greater solutions that create more deeper, more local interdependence? Where do I have to have a greater sense of sovereignty, a deeper connection to myself and the divine within me, so that if outer structures fail me, my inner structures don't? This is our opportunity. And it's important to know that this isn't lights out. It's just a timeout, right? This is just a timeout Okay? We're not going to be stuck in our room forever, but we can do so much with this time we've been given. And I want to invite you to comment below what is the commitment you have to focus on during your time out, during this time that you've been sent to your room. What is the possibility or opportunity that you're going to focus on? What are some of the questions you're going to contemplate during this time out? Comment below. Share this with others. We're all in our rooms together, right? We can get on our walkie-talkies, get on our virtual communication things, get creative together, get innovative together, build little forts in our room and put a flashlight and read books and have adventures. This can be an amazing sleepover, slumber party, a virtual slumber party, right? And we could even have virtual dance parties in our rooms. And we can come out of the other side more connected to ourselves, to Earth, more aware of the systems that need to be improved upon and strengthened in our own life and in the world. We could come out of here healthier because we're focusing more on it, wealthier because we are really having a chance to think about where we want to invest our time, talent, and treasure, and more successful in our businesses. New breakthroughs and innovations are going to come out of this. People's lives are going to be healed. New systems that will impact the world positively are going to come out of this. Businesses are going to thrive on the other end of this and innovate. The question is, will you be part of that? Or are you just going to sulk in your room? And you're just going to worry in your room, and you're going to look out of the window and be looking at the world and just feeling sad and lonely and bad? Or are you going to sit down and think, look around at your bookshelf, think, what could I do today to really get creative, to really fulfill myself? Comment below, share this with others, and let's have a blast. Hey, Mother Nature has sent us to our room. We might as well make a good time of it. Let's make a party of it. I just love and appreciate you all for being here. And we're going to get through this. I promise you, I know it in my bones. And if you focus your attention on what you want to get out of this, energy flows where your attention goes. So, again, I love and appreciate you. I am with you. And until next time, remember to live authentically, to love unconditionally, and to keep following your destiny. Stay inspired.